Hello, hi friends. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to invite Julianne to join me. Let me get that going. Maybe. Yes. Invited, and I am so excited. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. Hi.
Hey.
Yay! So me and Julianne just got back from a leadership weekend in Miami. We got to go to MONAT headquarters in a warehouse tour, but I don't know about you, Julianne, but my favorite part was the Feast for Gratitude and getting to be a part of that. So
So much so.
we wanted to come on here live and just share our experience with that. So let's start with the warehouse
Okay.
tour. So, like I'm sure, like most of you, you know someone who has worked in a factory, a warehouse. They work 12-hour shifts, and they hate their jobs. And I will say, I was shocked whenever I went to Monat's warehouse because that was the complete opposite of what I've always believed warehouse work was like. So,
Yeah.
Julian, what was like a takeaway that you had from that whole warehouse experience?
It was, I thought we were just going to see the warehouse. I'll be honest, like, hey, let's just tour a warehouse. But it was the people that we saw. And that's what the takeaway for me was, the culture. And I too, I worked in a factory in high school in the summer. And never ever did I want to ever do that again. The morale was low. People just complained all the time. It just looked like robots at their job. I was like, this just does not bring life to me. Everyone there was so excited. Tell them about the programs that they have that up the culture a little bit.
Well, first of all, Alfredo was our tour, and he's like the chief officer. I don't know his actual like total
Right.
title, but like he's the main guy in
The
charge of
guy.
operations. And the the joy and the like, it was like
Pride.
he was a proud papa bear of this warehouse. You would think the man like owned Monet, the way he was just so proud of the way the organization works and all of
Yep.
the things. And um, they have incredible programs set up for these employees, which they don't call employees, they call them associates.
Yeah.
So that was like super cool. He'd be like, the associates, blah, blah, blah. They have the opportunity, because it's in Miami, it's mostly Hispanic, they speak Spanish. They have this opportunity to learn English, and Monat pays for that. Um, they have other programs that if they want like a higher pay, like a higher position in the warehouse, that they can apply and work towards programs and education to earn those higher positions. So that was super cool to see. And then there's just so many opportunities and jobs there. There were like literally probably 40 women who were hand making the boxes and filling them with Rejuvenique oil. So that was super cool to see that like these women have this opportunity. It's not a machine that's just manufacturing it and
Yeah.
boxing it up and sending it out the door, but they're taking their time building these boxes, putting the Rejuvenique oil in them, and then sending them through like a cellophane wrap. So that was super. I thought that was all really cool.
It was just the whole morale and the mindset that they don't want anyone there that's just there because they feel like it's an entry level job that they're stuck in forever. Like this was, hey, if you want to stay here, that's great. But we have tuition reimbursement programs, language programs, let's move you up the ladder programs so that everyone felt like they were important and never stuck. And how many times it's just like, we need that in life. People that say, hey, let's like encourage you to take another step, and to see that in the warehouse, I had no idea.
I didn't either. And the way that they encourage their warehouse staff too is saying like, this isn't just shampoo. You're not just shipping out products. You are helping. Am I still here? Okay. Sorry, my phone was
Yeah,
like low battery. But um So it's not just like these are the products, box them up, ship them out. It's you are a part of a bigger story. You are a part of helping the single mom be able to pay for groceries. You are a part of the story of the corporate mom who has this huge desire to be a part of that story, to inspire them that it's so much more than just packing up and shipping it out. And it was so awesome. And then Julianne, share about the break room.
Oh, the break room. So this is a brand new warehouse. So their break room is under construction right now, but it is giant. And it's not like just a table to go eat lunch. They're going to have pool tables, foosball, TVs. The whole idea is that they get people together in community when they go in the break room. And I mean, the break room that I went into in the factory I worked at, it was like tables, like tables and cement walls. That was it. And I just thought, wow, this brings joy in their life, even when it's on break. Like, it shows that people are valued, people are important. We see you and we appreciate you. And you can't unsee what we saw. Like, I see it now and I'm like, everyone needs to know. Everyone needs to know so that you could implement this in all areas of your life, even like making sure even the littlest job in your life, whoever's helping you with that, just feels valued and important.
Yeah, it's just super cool to see that these people who are working the blue collar job of Monat are being treated the same as the people who are at the top, the people who are working in the showing me areas that I can. You're kind of frozen, but you're coming in and out.
You too. So I don't know whose phone it is. Okay. You keep talking.
Okay, so being a gratitude ambassador just like took it to the next level, and I've always wanted to be a part of this Feast for Gratitude. And we had no idea that this was going to happen when the event was planned, but it lined up perfectly, and we got to be volunteers for this Feast for Gratitude. And it started out as kind of like a small little festival where they had DJs and things, and people came in, and there was face painting and balloons and all kinds of stuff, and people left with bags of food. But then with the last 2 years, they've had to pivot, and now it is like a drive-through food bank, but they kept the fun. They have a DJ and people on stilts and balloon artists, and like it's just incredible the way that they had this set up. And they had diapers, they had like full bottles of our Monat products to give away. They had essentials like toilet paper and Kleenexes and deodorant and toothbrushes. And then there was food distribution, and there was over 80,000 pounds of food that was given away. I wrote it down. 80,000 pounds of food, $250,000 in essentials that were also donated, and then $500,000 in community impact this one day. It was from 10 to 1. There were cars lined up over a mile starting at 7 a.m. And it was absolutely incredible. Over 2,000 families in the Miami area were served that day. And Julianne, I want you to share about the diapers and just the impact that whole thing had.
Yeah, I saw the diapers, and of all the things I saw that day, I'm not a huge crier, and I cried, and I thought it was because I recently remember having 2 kids in diapers at the same time. Double diapers, double wipes. That amount that it added to our monthly budget was astounding. Like, so much that sometimes my husband would say, we spent this much on diapers and wipes. Like, I mean, you have to. What are we going to do? And I remember the freedom when that wasn't in our budget anymore of like, whoa, that's amazing. And it made me think of that mom, the freedom that we are giving her to breathe a little more when she, and the dad, but the moms just have my heart when she's pulling away with loads of diapers in her car that she doesn't have to take out of her budget anymore. It may seem like such a little thing, but if she can breathe a little more there, how much more can she dream and reach for different goals and just have a better day because she's less stressed about money. So it was, the diapers got me. I mean, we gave away a ton of diapers and they weren't holding back. They were like loading the diapers and wipes in these cars. It touched me.
It was seriously incredible. Like I said, there was over a mile of cars that some of them had been waiting since 7 a.m. and we started at 10 a.m. and the people would come in and they would write on their windshield how many families were in that car, how, like, if they needed diapers, what size of diapers they needed, you guys. And it was like there was no limit. If you were coming through and you were picking up stuff for 7 families, you got stuff for 7 families. It wasn't like one car, one item. It was, what is your need? We're going to fulfill it today. And that is huge to me because sometimes in situations like this, it is like, you're here, this is what you get. We don't care about the other people that you know that need this. They're not here, so they don't get it. Not here. It was like, how much do you need? We're going to provide it for you today. And just seeing these cars of people rolling through, tears in their eyes, and they're saying, thank you, God bless you. And we're having a blast, we're dancing, we're clapping, we're blowing kisses, and we're like, thank you for coming, God bless you, have a blessed day. And just, like one woman was just sobbing as she's waving and saying thank you, and the little kids in the back seat were just waving and smiling, and their day was like lit up. It was just so much fun. One lady got out of her car and she was dancing with us with the DJ, and it was just, it is a day that I will never forget and has impacted me so much that I've already started like brainstorming, how can I do something like this in my community? How can I help impact Shelby County by giving back and maybe, talking to our local food bank and seeing if we can get sponsors and create an event that's similar to what I experienced there, but on a smaller scale for our community. And so, it really just showed me like I am always willing to give monetarily, but I don't give my time as much as I should. And it just really opened my eyes that sometimes it's not about money, it's about giving your time. And so it really encouraged me to do more of that, and also to include my girls in that. So it was a life-changing event. It was
And
just so great.
a last takeaway for me before you close it up, need looks different. When we
Yes.
heard that, I thought, how many times do we judge what need looks like and what poverty looks like? It looks like XYZ. And if you just want to talk cars, the cars that drove through there, astounding differences, astounding differences. But we don't know that that family that maybe has that nicer car, we don't know the story behind it. Maybe they were given it. Maybe they have enough money to afford their house and their car, but something just happened and they have to choose if they can get food or diapers for their kids. And it's just, if we could have that mindset as we come into this holiday season and really all year round, that need looks different, and it's not our job to judge it by what we think it should look like.
Yes. And you never know, like maybe that person that had the nicer car, maybe they were there for someone they know. Maybe they were there
Yeah.
because the person they know that's in need doesn't have a way to get there.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're the head of their household is in the hospital
Right.
and their family's struggling at home. And so I love that too, that they, Monat corporate said that from the jump, was like, need looks different for everyone. So keep that in mind and just show up and be joyful and just spread gratitude today. And
Yeah.
it was such a good trip. So
I loved it. I'm glad we could stay on. And for those of us those of you that stayed 15 minutes to hear all this with us, thank you for just listening to us pour out our hearts about this.
yes, thanks Julianne for hopping on, and I hope you guys have an awesome day and an awesome rest of your week. See ya.